Hello everyone. My name is Samarpan Vashisht, and we will see 18th February of newspaper of 18th February. Before that, I want to say that you can download the annotated version from our Telegram channel. Furthermore, if you have any issues, you can reach out to us in comment section or drop an email to our institute. If you have any queries regarding admissions or anything, let's start with the newspaper of 18th Feb. So the first news is the new Chief Election Commissioner has been appointed. Let's see what is the procedure of appointing the Chief Election Commissioner, what is the controversy, and how that has changed in recent times. So you know that under Article 324, the Constitution of India provides for the superintendence, direction and control, preparation of electoral rolls, conduct of all elections to Parliament, to legislatures of the state, and elections of the President and the Vice President in a commission. In a commission, and this commission consists of Chief Election Commissioner and such number of election commissioners as the President from time to time fix. Now, this process of appointing Chief Election Commissioners was done by executive for last 75 years. The Constitution left it to the Parliament to make a law. However, that had not happened. So, in Anup Varnwal case, the Honorable Supreme Court said that subject to any law made by the Parliament, the appointment shall happen or appointment will be done by a committee, and that committee will consist of the Prime Minister, the Leader of Opposition, and the CGI. And this was subject to any law made by the Parliament. Government came up with a bill. So the Supreme Court had said that till the time Parliament does not make a law, this committee will appoint election commissioners. So the Parliament made a law, and Parliament said that now the appointment shall happen by a committee, or appointment will be recommended by a committee, in which there will be Prime Minister, there will be Leader of Opposition, and there will be one cabinet rank minister. One cabinet rank minister. The controversy is that some people are saying that this is not right. This gives sort of veto power, or it does not changes anything because there are two members, that is Prime Minister and one Council of Minister, who can have their say against the wishes of leader of opposition. So some people are saying that this does not changes anything. This case is being heard in the Honorable Supreme Court. So the petition says, which has been filed in the Supreme Court, one, this law is invalid because under Article 141, the Honorable Supreme Court made a law, and that can be changed only through constitutional amendment and not through a simple or a normal legislation. This petition is going on in the Honorable Supreme Court. So let me summarize this for you. Election commissioners were appointed unilaterally by the executive. The Honorable Supreme Court in the Anup Varnwal case held that till the time Parliament do not enact a law, a committee consisting of the Prime Minister, the Leader of Opposition, and the Chief Justice of India shall recommend the appointment of election commissioners. However, the government came up with a law and replaced the CGI with the Union Cabinet Minister. Now, this is a contentious issue under which the one petitioner has filed a case saying that the change which was made by this law, by the Parliament, in which the CGI was removed and Union Cabinet Minister was placed in the selection committee, is unconstitutional. So whatever the Supreme Court says, we'll see in the coming days. However, this is the law now. This is the law now that the election commissioners shall be appointed by a selection committee consisting of the Prime Minister, the leader of opposition, and one union cabinet minister selected by or named by the honorable Prime Minister. Now, the second news, which is of importance, is the Supreme Court puts off cases challenging Places of Worship Act. So, Places of Worship Act, it prohibits or it says that the religious character of any place of worship act, whether it is a temple, whether it is a mosque, whether it is a church, whether it is a gurdwara, must be maintained as it was on 15th August 1947 when India became independent. So you cannot change the character of a Places of Worship Act except the monuments which are protected under Ancient Monument and Archaeological Sites and Remains Act 1959 and the Babri Masjid. These two places were exempted by this act. This act was enacted during the government of Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao, and it sought to put an end to the practice or the demands for changing some religious places into or for different religions, right? So it sought to curb communal hatred in the country. However, some people have challenged this, saying that once you stop the process or once you change or once you stop or put an end to even seeking justice or seeking a case, changing the status, it stops the justice in the country, है ना? मतलब अगर आपने बोल दिया कि आप कोर्ट नहीं जा सकते या कोर्ट को इंटरवेंशन नहीं कर सकता, इसका मतलब आप जस्टिस को रोक रहे हैं. Some people are saying that. So we have seen in the past that this Pandora box was opened when the Honorable CGI said that yes, court cannot change the character. However, survey can be allowed, and that led to a lot of violence in Sambhal. So yes, this is the act, and the Honorable Supreme Court is saying enough is enough now, and we will not hear any more cases in this under this act. And these demands are leading to some issues in the country. That is the gist of the Places of Worship Act. Now, there is a news about deposit insurance scheme. So, basically, DIGC, Deposit Insurance Guarantee Corporation, provides a insurance against the deposits up to 5 lakh rupees. This was started with 1500 rupees, but with the last amendment it was increased to 5 lakh rupees. So what happens is, when you put some money in your bank, there might be the chances that bank might fail or run away. However, till 5 lakh rupees, the sum of 5 lakh rupees is protected by this DIGC corporation, by this DIGC Act, whereby if something of that order happens, you are provided 5 lakh up to 5 lakh rupees insurance. ठीक है जी. इसमें क्या क्या covered है? All commercial banks, whether they are Indian or foreigner, if they have branch in India, they are covered. Local area bank, regional rural bank, and all cooperative banks are also covered under this act. What is not covered in this? The deposits of the foreign governments, the deposits of the central and the state government, interbank deposits, and state land bank deposits are not covered under this act. Now, this limit was increased in 2020 in 2020 to 5 lakh rupees, and there are some talks that this would be increased further. Moving on, there are no important news on the second page. Same goes for the third page. There are no important news. Yes, Parambikulam Tiger Reserve is in news. So Parambikulam Tiger Reserve is a area which is nestled in the Annamalai Nellempatti landscape of Western Ghat. It has evergreen, semi-evergreen, and mixed deciduous forest. It is in the Palakkad and Thrissur districts of Kerala. So this is important from a prelims point of view. Other than that, there are no important news on the third page or the fourth page. India Bangladesh issue is in news. There has been some talks between Bangladesh Foreign Affairs advisor with the External Affairs Minister on the Indian Ocean Conference. However, not important from exam point of view. Moving on, all political news or not important from exam point of view. Now, this news is important. China's East reactor keeps the fire of magnetic fusion burning. Here are some informations which are important. First, let me explain what this is about. So, when we talk about nuclear energy, we talk about fusion. We talk about fusion, whereby radioactive particles. We talk about fusion and fission. Sorry, there are two things: fusion and fission. So right now, the electricity which is achieved by a fission reaction, whereby you break the molecules of a radioactive material, and that generates energy. So in this principle of fission, energy is created or electricity is created. However, there are experiments going on in the world whereby the focus is to get energy from fusion. So the sun is the best example, whereby the fusion of different particles leads to energy creation. This is a hard to achieve. This has not been achieved by now because fusion requires a lot of energy to start. The energy required to continue that reaction is very high. It requires very high temperature. So if let's say just for example, if I give 100 joules of energy or 100 units of energy, and that leads to fusion, and that generates 1 unit of energy, then the reaction is not sustainable. You are spending more energy in creating the energy, right? The case should be opposite. So right now the experiments are going on whereby the fusion is being looked into as a sustainable source of energy. It is very radioactive waste. There is no radioactive waste generated in this. So in this context, China scientists have reported that they are working on the experimental advanced superconducting tokamak, that is EAST. Now the point is this fusion generation of energy can be done in either the temperature required to start the reaction, magnetic properties, or it can be by putting reactors. 2023 or 2022, USA achieved some success in this arena, whereby the lasers create the energy. However, the magnetic field project which is going on, in which India is also part, in the project which is going on, is not able to achieve the net positive energy. There are some terms mentioned in this article, and so for example, accelerator, tokamak, these terms are mentioned the accelerator and fission, quantum computing, or AI. So answer would be nuclear fusion. Now you might have a issue ki what is tokamak and what is this accelerator. That is nothing. A donut shape analysis that will give sufficient strong nuclear PI force for the fusion to happen. Now, one which is mentioned in this that these deuterium fusion and deuterium tritium fusion. We have hydrogen isotope and different types of hydrogen isotopes. You don't have to go to understand that right now fission, nuclear fission is the source of energy. It leaves a lot of radioactive waste. The scientists are looking into nuclear fusion and source of energy. For that, this tokamak experiment, laser experiments are going on, whereby either you can use magnetic fields to generate sufficient strong nuclear force, or you can use accelerator to generate sufficient energy, or you can use plasma to generate sufficient energy. Now, moving on. There is an article on Mela and Meli, not important from exam point of view, end of intrigue, not important from exam point of view. What is important is this lighten the pollution burden of thermal power states. Read this article. But this is some data to use in your answer writing. Second, it has some prelims specific information which will be used. So it says that electricity is content-based subject. Last year we saw that UPSC has asked which of the following are in the state list, है ना? Quarantine था उसमें और interstate taxes थे, तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी से कॉन्ट्रैक्ट सब्जेक्ट, ये आपको बात पता लगेगी इस आर्टिकल को पढ़ के. सेकंड, Ministry of Power has issued a directive that prohibits state government from levying any additional taxes or duties on electricity generation. Furthermore, it does not have GST. Electricity is exempted from GST. That is one. Now, you can note this data for instance, one. India has full capacity of 4,56,000 megawatts. In that, central sector contributes 23%, state sector has almost 24%, and the private sector has 53%. Furthermore, if we talk about Central Electricity Authority, they say that Maharashtra is the highest non-renewable energy. Who have the highest non-renewable energy capacity. Rajasthan has the highest renewable all the states. ठीक है जी. So दो बातें मिली हमको से, एक डेटा कि न्यूक्लियर वाले में तो ऑलरेडी न्यूक्लियर सवाल ऑलरेडी आ चुका है. Furthermore, हमको पता लगा कि महाराष्ट्र, उत्तर प्रदेश, गुजरात आर दी हाईएस्ट energy capacity state when it comes to non-renewable energy, and Rajasthan has the highest highest renewable energy capacity or installed capacity. Now, the next article is Georgia and the to read it for example interview, because I don't believe that in any paper. However, for prelims, there are some revolutions mentioned. So, for example, revolution of Georgia is called the Rose Revolution, Ukraine's revolution is called Orange Revolution, and Kyrgyzstan's revolution is called Tulip Revolution. This can be a question. You will or something like that. However, not it doesn't have very high probability of being asked in the exam. Trump and the billionaires you can read it. Again, nothing on this page should be there. How did Heroes attack crippled Kaveri 2.0? And last class, we had discussed that you can use as an example when you write the answers साइबर सिक्योरिटी सिक्योरिटी वाले लिख सकते हो। फर्दर मोर इस आर्टिकल को पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है। डीडोस अटैक क्या होता है, क्या नहीं होता है, ये आप समझ सकते हो। Disrupt the normal functioning. A lot of traffic is pushed. A lot of pushed. Servers are attacked. That leads what monitoring tools can help identify usual traffic. Preemptive access can be taken place. Port detection capabilities can be used in this capture, and robust communication mechanisms can be used. What is project? Not needed. We just need which is why is there a mention in that para? There is one para which says that hills in the southern district of Gurgaon are part of Aravali, the oldest fold mountain. So Aravali is the oldest fold mountain range in the world. It runs diagonally across Rajasthan, extending from Gujarat to southwest near Delhi, and so this is a point of view. Moving on, has been asked in the exam previously. So what does constitutional morality say? Morality basically is a civic culture of respect. Security has said a civic culture of respect for constitutional forms. You can disagree, you can agree with some things in the society. However, you will follow the rules, you will follow the constitution, and you will try to improve that. So constitutional morality basically says that you might have a different morality, you might have different ethics, but you will follow the constitution, you will follow what are the values enshrined in the constitution. This has been used by the Honorable Supreme Court in many cases. So for example, in Navtej Singh Johar case, this was used by the Honorable Supreme Court. The quiz on the Sant Ramkrishna Paramhans can be read. However, moving on, yes, this Bulengo internally display Bulengo camp is mentioned. This is in East DRC. We discussed what is East DRC. Location wise, this can be asked in prelims. Other than that, there are nothing. That's it. That's it for the newspaper of the 18th February. Having said that, do leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to download the annotated version with different news, relevant PYQs, and information from the PIB, you can go to our Telegram channel. The link is in description. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow with 19th Feb newspaper. All the best. Thank you.